Hello my dear students. So in our last video we have discussed about uh, traversing algorithm in a linked list. Now in today's video we will see how to create a linked list, because in order to perform any operation with a linked list, first of all it is necessary to create a linked list with some set of nodes. So we will consider not creating a linked list with a certain number of nodes, and each node must contain some elements. So before creating a complete linked list, let me tell you how to create a single node. Okay, because creating a linked list means creating a set of nodes, and then storing every node must have two elements. One is info, one is link. So after creating a set of nodes, we have to put some data element in the info part of each node, and then the link field of each of the nodes must be connected or must be updated with some address, so that one node will contain address of the next node, the second node will contain the address of the third node, and so on. So first of all, let us understand how to create just a single node, then we will see how to create a complete linked list. Now since a single node must have two fields, therefore a node must be represented by a structured data type. So first of all, we have to create a structured data type like this: struct. Let's say the name of the structure is node, and then within this we need two fields. One is info field. So info field must have a data type which could be integer, character, float, depending upon the type of data value you want to store. So now let us assume that the data type is int. So integer info. Now we need a pointer variable known as asterisk link, and the data type of this pointer variable must be struct node. So this is what pointer variable. Now this is the structure, and this structure will be required to create a single node. Now how to create the single node? So for that we will define a function create underscore node. So this is the operation, this is the function that will create a node. Okay, now let us start the beginning. Now first of all, to create a new node we need to reserve some memory space dynamically. So in order to reserve memory space dynamically for a single node, I need a function. The function is malloc. So malloc function is required, and in malloc function we have to pass the number of bytes. So number of bytes means the block size. So what should be the block size of a single node? Now the block size of a single node must be the size of the struct node data type, size of this entire size of this data type, because this data type is used to represent a single node. So the block size, the amount of memory block that we shall reserve for a single node, must be equal to the size of this data type. So here I will write size of, then struct, then node. Okay, now this malloc function will reserve a memory block, and that block will have two fields. One is info, another one is link, and then the address of this block is written. Now we know that malloc function, when creates a memory space and returns the address, that address becomes a void pointer. Void means here there are null. So our objective is that void pointer should be converted into the appropriate data type, because we need another pointer variable here that another pointer variable is required that should point this particular location. So its data type is struct node. So the void pointer must be converted into struct node asterisk. So this is the type conversion, and the address must be stored in a pointer variable, and let us assume that the name of the pointer variable is n. N is the name of the pointer variable, that means a node. So that what should be the data type of n? The data type of n should be struct. So this is a pointer variable, so I should declare like this: struct node asterisk n. So this n is a pointer to a structure. So now when I create this n, so n will be a memory space, and after malloc function reserves memory space and stores return an address. That address is stored in n. So the pointer variable n now contains address of this location. Now once the memory space is reserved, we should store some data item, and in the link part we should store an address. So right now I am concentrating on a single node, so if this link part must contain empty, must contain a null value. So how can I write? So I will write n arrow mark info. So here I will store the data item. So what should be the data item? How to get this data item? See, since this create node is a function, the data item must be passed as its parameter. So here I have written item. Item means this item, it is a data which will be stored in the info part. Okay, so I will write here item. So in the info part of this particular memory space, which is pointed by n, now stored with item, and then n link equals to null. Okay, finally I can write end to indicate end of the algorithm. So here the value stored will be null, and here there will be an item. So this is how one single node is created, and the address of this node is now stored in n. So this is just a single node. Okay, so but our objective is not just to create a single node, rather our objective is to create a complete linked list that should contain as many number of nodes as user wants. So in linked list, user may want to add initially 4 nodes, or it may be 5 nodes, or it may be 6 nodes, and there must be a starting point. So there must be a first node, and that must be a last node, and the address link part of the last node must contain null. So we have to create a complete linked list like this. So suppose this is my first node, then it should point to another node, then it should point to another node, and so on, and it could be the last node. So this is how we can create a linked list. And we also need a variable start where we should store address of the first node. Okay, so these particular steps will create just a single node, but our objective is to create a complete linked list having a pointer variable start that should contain address of the first node, and all other nodes, there must be some other nodes, and each of these nodes must contain some data in the info part and must contain address of the next node. So how can we write an algorithm to create this complete linked list? So we will first see the algorithm, then we can write a C program for creating a linked list. Okay, so for the time being we will discuss about the algorithm first, and then we will convert that algorithm into a program. Okay then. So let us discuss the algorithm to create a linked list. So algorithm to create a linked list. Okay. Now first of all, since linked list is a collection of nodes and every node must contain 2 fields, so I need a structured data type. So every time you want to create a linked list, you have to declare a structured data type, and let us call the structured data type as struct node. And this structured data type must have two fields. One is info, one other one is link. So I have taken integer data type for information part, and then struct node asterisk link. Okay, so this is the structure declaration that is required. Okay, but this is just a user defined data type, so no memory space is reserved yet, no linked list has been created yet. This is just a simple data type which defines a structure of a node. Now I'll give a function. I'll write a function name. Name of the function is create underscore linked list. Okay, so begin. Okay, now at first we need to create a pointer variable known as start. So I will declare a pointer variable struct node asterisk start, and I shall initialize this pointer variable with a null value, because right now I don't have any linked list. Currently we don't have any links, no nodes at all, so linked list is empty. So therefore the variable start should contains a null value. Okay, so start equals to null means there are no nodes in the list yet. Then we need some more variables. Okay, but since I am writing algorithm here, I don't use any other variable unless and until it requires initialization. Okay, now the first step, I'll ask the user, first of all I have to create a first node. Okay, now our objective is to create a node first. So we should use a variable here asterisk n. Asterisk n means to create it. N means a new, here whenever a new node, whenever a memory space for a new node will be reserved, the address of that space will be, address of that memory location will be stored in n. So I'll create the first node. N equals struct node asterisk, then write malloc, then size of within bracket struct node. So this particular line create a reserves a memory space, and address is now stored in n. Now definitely I need a data item, so here I will ask the user to enter data. So print enter data item, then scan. I have to use a scanf function n. Okay, so after scanning I will store it scan item. So this scan means user will give the value and I will store it in the variable item. Now n of item equals to, sorry, this is incorrect, n arrow mark info. So whatever item user has given as input, that item will be stored in the info part of the new node. So n means new node info part becomes item, then n of link part equals to null. So this is how a new node has been created. Now this new node will be attached with the linked list. Okay, first of all we have to examine that if whether this new node is a first node or not, whether already there are some other nodes available or not. See, when this is executing for the first time, variable start should be null. So I will write here if start equals to null. See this start I have declared here capital letter, you should write it in caps, start. If start equals null, if start equals null, then what to do? Start equals n. so which indicates the moment you have created a node, and which is the first node, and when the moment you have created a node and you realize that value of start is null, then the address of that node must be stored in start node to indicate that this is the first node in the linked list. Else means if start is not null, which indicates that already there are some nodes in the start. So in that case, this node that we have created must be attached at the end of the list. Okay, I will explain you with a diagram. This node must be attached at the end of the list. So when we attach this node at the end of the list, first we need to perform a traversal. So how can we traverse a list? We know first you will use ptr equal to start. So this is to traverse the list. Now while traversing, I don't need to process anything. I will simply change the value of ptr. So how do we traverse? Now I'll say our objective is to list to the last node. Now let me give you the diagram first before explaining. Now suppose already we have a node here, and it is the first node, it is the start node, and then this is the next node, and then this is the third node, and right now the address field is null. So whenever I realize that the moment I have created a node and that node will not be the first node because already in the list there are 3 nodes, then our objective is this new node that is created, which is pointed by n, must be inserted at the last. So we have to reach to the last node, okay, and address part of the last node must point to this new. You got it? So how can we do this? Now first of all, here I have written that ptr equal to start. So definitely I will set a pointer variable ptr. Now it points to the first node. Now our objective is to change the ptr value to the next node, so I'll reach here, then change the ptr value to the next node so that I'll reach here. So the moment my ptr reach to the last node, then after that I'll use the address of this node to store here. Now how can we reach to the last node? What is the criteria? How do we identify that whether value of ptr reach to the last node or not? We know that in a linked list, the link part of the last node always contains null. So if at all the pointer variable ptr reaches to this node, reaches to last node, then definitely its link field will have null value. So therefore here what we will use, we'll use a loop, that is while loop, while ptr of link not equals to null. So as long as ptr of link is not equal to null, I will keep changing the ptr value. So my objective is to change ptr equal to ptr of link. So current value of ptr will be updated to the next node. So ptr of link means whatever address available in the current ptr, that address is stored in ptr. So this is end while. Okay, so this is how these 3 lines takes me to the last node. Now once I reach to the last node, I can write now ptr of link equals to n. So else, then end if. Is that clear, guys? So my program not finished yet. Now we need little more thing. So after this end if, I will ask the user that if he is interested to add more nodes or not. So here I'll ask print add another node question mark. Now I'll scan choice. ch means choice. I'll say if my choice is yes, okay, if my choice is yes, our objective is to go back and create a new node. So from this I'll implement a do loop. So these entire things will be implemented in do loop, and here I'll write until choice equals to y. So as long as choice is yes, I'll go back to this statement and create another node, and again I'll enter all these steps will be conducted, and then this will be printed. Okay, so this is the last step of my creation. This is how a linked list has been created, and finally I'll write end to mark the end of the loop. Now guys, let us understand this entire concept with a diagram. Okay, so first initially I have created struct node asterisk start equal to null, and then I have declared asterisk n. I need some more variables also in this algorithm, but I have not declared them. Okay, I have directly used them in my algorithm, but when we implement a C program, I have to declare all of them. Now first do loop begins. When it is begin for the first time, right now there are no nodes at all, so nothing are created. So n equal to struct, a new node is created. This three statement creates a new node, n in info, n of link equal to null. So now I have let us see at the beginning. First node is created. Okay, let's say data is 10 and address becomes null. Now since this is the first node, my variable start here, if start equal to null, this will be true, so start becomes n. So n means now this is my start. Okay, so after this else part will not execute, and I will come back I will jump after the end if statement. This is the end if. So this else part will not execute, only this part will execute. I will jump to the end if part. So in the end if part, my program will ask add another node, scan ch. Now suppose user has given yes that he wants to add another node. So choice is y. So until choice is y means this is a loop. Okay, so the loop will begin from once again n. That means a new node will be created right now here n, and its data will be stored in info part, and n of link will be null. So now in this diagram a new node is created. Let's say data is 15 and its link part is null, but this new node has not been attached with this node yet, and n, variable n, points to this node. Okay, now after creating this new node, this if condition is verified. If start equal to null, this will be false because my start variable contains address of the previous first node. Now what happens? In the else part will continue. So in the else part, now ptr, a pointer variable, will be set as start. So a ptr variable is used. Now the value of start is assigned in ptr, so ptr will become this one. Okay, now a while loop is established here in the else part, that as long as ptr of link not equal to null, so it is examined that now this is my ptr and ptr of link part, this is the link part of ptr right now. Now this part is null. So but here in the loop I have written as long as ptr of link not equal to null. So that means already the node that I have reached through ptr, that is the last node, because right now we have only one node and this is the first node as well as this is the last node. So this while statement will not execute and it will jump. Okay, it will jump means jump after the end while. Now what happens? ptr of link will change with value n. So what is ptr of link? See, ptr of link part, right now it is null, but here I have written in the assignment operator, in the right of assignment operator is n, and left of assignment I have written ptr of link. So value in ptr of link part will be now n. So this n value will be stored here. So now it will be updated with an address, so that this will point to this particular node. So now two long nodes are created. You just forget these two. Now this is my start. Start contains a first node whose value is 10. Now linked part of the start will contain this node 15. Okay, and linked part of 15 is now null. Now this becomes my last node. Okay, after that again add another node. This question will be asked, scan ch. Now again, if user wants to add one more node, what happens? Again it will come back to the do loop. Again a new node will be created, and up to this a new node will be created. So a new node will be created like this, and now the variable n will contain to the new node, and its info part will contain, let's say, 18. Its link part will become null. Now this is the new node. Okay, now then the start variable is examined. Start is equal to null? No, already in my list there are two nodes, so start is not equal to null, so its condition will be false. So that is, now this new node will have to be attached at the end of the linked list. So here I have to reach, I have to get the address of this node. So how can I get? I'll start from like this, ptr equal to start. So I'll use another ptr variable. Ptr will be start. Now again a loop will be conducted while ptr of link not equal to null. Right now ptr is the first node and its link is not null. This is true. So if this is true, then my ptr will be updated. Ptr equal to ptr of link. So current value of ptr link. So current value of ptr link means this one. So address of this node, it is now stored in ptr. So ptr is changed. Now ptr points to this. Now its link part becomes null. So I have reached to the last node. So once I reach to the last node, this loop will end and it will jump from here. Now the ptr of link part is updated with n. N means new node. This n will be, this node will be updated with ptr. So this will continue. Okay, after this, now again suppose print add another node, scan ch. Now suppose user doesn't want to add one more node, so user will press n and my algorithm will terminate. Is that clear? Okay, so this is how we can create a linked list. In my next video I will show you a C program to create a linked list. Thank you very much.